What's going on, my fellow investor and trader homies? We got some big news in the cryptocurrency space going down today. Ethereum. You guys know that I've been very bullish on Ethereum. I do believe that it will become the world's largest cryptocurrency from a market cap standpoint. Right now, it's sitting as the second largest cryptocurrency behind Bitcoin. Still has a long way to go to catch Bitcoin, but I think it will. And my reasoning, my logic behind this thought process is Bitcoin is slow. It's clunky. It's hard to use for transactions, and it's not being updated the way Ethereum is being updated. We have major news from the Ethereum network today. Ethereum completes the merge. The long-awaited merge has been completed, which ends mining and cuts energy use by 99.995%. A big deal coming out of Ethereum because one of the big critiques, one of the big downfalls from both Ethereum and Bitcoin is that they were running on the proof of work system. They needed miners to validate transactions in order to make the whole thing work. The problem with this is that it used tons of energy. You had kids in their mama's basements with 50 gaming graphics cards running at a time to validate these systems, and it just wasn't efficient, and it was using tons and tons of energy. This was not sustainable. It's not good for the environment. And look at even a place like California in America is having to shut down the electric grid to conserve energy. So how are we going to have a currency that is using this much energy? It just wasn't efficient. It wasn't effective, and it wasn't going to last. Well, Ethereum knew this. They have an active system going on where they're updating Ethereum, making it better on a daily basis, and that's why I believe it will overtake Bitcoin. It's faster, and there are smart people working to make it better. So Ethereum developers today executed the merge, an upgrade that eliminates mining and dramatically reduces the energy consumption of the world's second biggest crypto, soon to be the world's biggest crypto. Today's action completed Ethereum's transition to proof of stake consensus, getting rid of the need for miners, officially getting rid of that proof of work outdated system that they were running on. The Ethereum blockchain has existed since 2015, and planning for today's change has been in the works for several years. We've been talking about this for a long time, and it's finally came to fruition. Because of a botched transition could have caused chaos, Ethereum developers over the past year have repeatedly pushed back the date of the merge to give themselves more time to prepare. They wanted to get this right. Can you imagine if they implemented this merge and something happened where the network just shuts down for days, or something even worse happens where wallets are compromised, something crazy happens? It would be a nightmare. But it looks as if this merge went down smoothly and they transitioned like expected. The merge will put the world's Ethereum miners out of work, as the new system doesn't require the powerful graphics cards previously needed to maintain the blockchain and create new Ether. The switch was highly anticipated. We heard all the crypto heads talking about this and speculating on what would happen. When the merge officially kicked in, the chart is saying that the investors don't really care. We're down 8% on the day, and that is leaving me to add in to my Ethereum position. I have been buying. I was buying all the way down here, boom, buying cost, averaging in, building my cost basis. It was looking like we had found a base down here at 880, but we are now pulling back again, giving me more opportunities to average in to build that position. So we have Ethereum. We have Ethereum down over 7% on the day, but Bitcoin is only down 2.4%. This is really strange. and I'm using it as a buying opportunity. Bitcoin down 2.4%, Ethereum down 7%. Let's use a country like El Salvador for an example here. El Salvador last year made Bitcoin legal tender, almost a year exactly to today. And it hasn't been pretty, and here's why. Bitcoin's just too slow. Like we said earlier, Bitcoin is just too slow. Imagine going to the grocery store, trying to buy a 12-pack of eggs and a 6-pack of beer, and you get to the cash register, you pay, you send your Bitcoin, but you got to stick around for 15 minutes for the transaction to be verified. It's just not practical. But with something like Ethereum that runs on the faster proof of stake network, it is more practical for one of these third world countries to implement a crypto like Ethereum as legal tender, because these third world countries were in a global economy that's having some trouble. When the big powerhouse economies like Europe and the US are in a little bit of a recession, these global economies struggle as well. And these countries like El Salvador are going to be looking for alternative currencies to get away from their diluted trash currencies that they've had in the past. And we need a country like El Salvador to make a smarter decision, stay away from the slow, clunky Bitcoin, and implement a crypto that is actually practical like Ethereum. And when that happens, Ethereum will explode, and I do believe it will happen. Here's another reason I think Ethereum could be undervalued. All right, when we switch from proof of work miners to proof of stake, we now need validators. Validators on the Beacon chain are rewarded with ETH for assisting the state of the chain and proposing blocks. Rewards or penalties are calculated and distributed at each epoch, way above my head. But basically, before, these miners were rewarded for mining Ethereum, and now it's going to be less Ether issued for these validators, which could result in Ethereum becoming more valuable. If you had a bunch of Ethereum being thrown at these miners, they would probably liquidate this Ethereum, flooding the market at times, trying to get capital back into their business, their mining business. Now these validators will be rewarded less Ethereum, which means there will be less Ethereum dumped on the market. Let's take a quick look at the chart, look at some technical analysis, and then we'll wrap this up. If we zoom in here, we have a pivot down at 880. I don't know if we get back down there, but if we do, I'm cost averaging in on the way down. We also have another pivot to look out for down here at about 1200, and we have resistance up around 2000. If we zoom way out, we have more resistance up at 2100 or so. So we are a little bit of a consolidation period here. So we're in a little bit of a consolidation period here on the chart. It's going to be interesting to watch, as I am not very bullish on the entire crypto market. It's going to take some utility for the market to get out of this rut. We saw the big crypto bull run. That's over with. Now only a few select cryptos are going to come out of the ashes like a phoenix. We saw this same thing happen with the tech bubble. Every single tech stock there was made this massive run up, the bubble burst, and the few really legit companies that survived end up being the big winners, the Amazons of the world, the Microsofts, those type of companies. Now we need to find out who is going to be the Microsoft, who is going to be the Amazon of the crypto space. I believe Ethereum definitely is one of those, so I'm going to be buying the dip on any opportunity. I love all of you guys, and I'll catch you in the next video. Until next time, deuces.